The biggest threat to this country is not Iran, it's not Russia, and it's not China. The biggest threat to this country is this country. It's this two-party system that has worked hand in hand for decades to keep we the people enslaved under the guise of democracy and sending humanitarian aid overseas to promote democracy. Why do we have this media that insists on negatively bashing our president that we elected in a massive landslide this past November, when they had a previous president, okay, that was taking money from China, whose son was also receiving money from Russia, but they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about why was this president receiving all of this money from these foreign countries, the same ones that they claim to be a threat to us, but they were doing business with them. They don't want to talk about why that president had to pardon several of his family members, including his crackhead son. That's big news. That's major news. And then we still to this day don't know who the crack that was found at the White House belonged to, because they don't want to report. They didn't want to dwell on that, although we had a good idea who it belonged to. Okay? These are major stories. Why is it that y'all don't want to report on why the J6 committee had to receive a preemptive pardon from the previous president? This is the same committee that ran with the narrative that our current president staged an unarmed insurrection, okay? But they had to receive a preemptive pardon. That's major news. It's also major news that that doctor that was put up during the pandemic received a pardon as well. And who would want to go to a doctor that had to receive a pardon for practice? These are major news stories, you guys, that our media has not covered. But yet they insist day in and day out on spewing all of this negative, divisive rhetoric on who we, the people, elected in a major landslide. And you can't tell me that this shit is not bought and paid for and it's not rigged against us, the people. Okay? Because you have failed to report that that previous president that y'all said for years was fit to serve, although he was falling up the steps, falling off his bike, falling over nothing, bumbling, barely could do press conferences, had to be told who to call on and where to sit, had to be led by the hand off the stage. And y'all ran that narrative all the way till you couldn't run it no more, which was when he did his debate with Trump and confessed that he had finally beat Medicare. And that was a live debate, so you had no choice but to show that he was unfit, which he had been unfit the whole time. All I have to say is, if you all do not like this country, the border works two ways. Just like they come in, you can go out. Get out!